Nebraska. We're gonna talk about some Balers.
Waiting for guests.
I
How many people do?
sent an invite to Patch. Or message him. Patch Hendricks of Bale Skis, so he could talk to you guys about Bale Skis. So we're just trying a new feature here on Facebook or on YouTube. Sorry, give me a band-aid for my finger. So we're just gonna wait for people to log in. Rachel's gonna share the link.
It's not live on mine. I shared it.
So.
I don't even see Patches.
I did it off this one. Just send him a text. I did it off my personal Facebook.
Okay.
There it goes. We'll take care of the situation, please. Waiting for, we invited somebody, a special guest on, waiting for them to log in. What you said? Hey everybody, waiting for a few more people to log in. Trying to get send a link to Patch Hendricks. See if we can get him logged in. If there's anybody else that would like to have the link, I could send it to you. I think there's a way to do that. Waiting for guests. Add a guest. Copy the link. Hang on just a second, guys. Right back with you. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be able to log on or not. In Burwell, Nebraska, talking about the Balers. I did a live video of the 47 IH that we're doing for that young kid, the 14-year-old kid, rebuilding it for him. He bought a bad one. Hey, Mike, how are you doing? Oh, doing good out here. Wind's blowing really bad. A lot of sand. So, dealing with that. Trying to get Representative Patch Hendricks from Bale Skis to log in. I'm just waiting a few more minutes, guys. See if we can get more people logged in. Anybody else got any questions or comments? If you guys want to donate to the Baler, Rachel will put it up on the screen, the phone number to call. We've had a few donations so far to help buy parts for it and supplies. So 4 people so far have come forward and helped out a lot. We're getting new rails made for it on Monday because it was on the weekend by the time we got them out of the baler. I ate a lot of sand, guys, on Saturday. So
did the kid.
Yeah, the kid ate a lot too. The wind was just crazy here. So. But anyways, Rachel will put that phone number up for you guys momentarily. If anybody's got any questions or comments, put them up. I'm trying to figure out how to work these new controls. Hey, Ross, how are you doing? Hey, Patch Hendricks. Join the video, Patch. I sent you the link. If you click it, it should bring you in, and we can have a live chat here on the Bale skis. Oh, hi, Mike. Not a problem, bud. We're gonna talk about some. Hopefully, Patch is in here now. If I can get him to do the live video, if he's got good enough internet, we'll get him on. Rachel's posted the phone number. We're doing that. The Baler rebuild for the kid, where I'm just donating my time, and I picked up the parts already. And we're buying some new parts, obviously, to have some made to get it all resurrected for him, so it's bailing again before I leave Burwell, Nebraska. So if you guys tonight, it's gonna be kind of like I'm kind of gonna pass the ball off to Patch if we can get him logged in, and he can kind of describe to you guys if you have questions about Bale skis, and because I know a few of you have asked me about them. I don't have enough knowledge of them. Patch has been installing them, have real good luck with them. So
He came and installed ours.
yeah, he came and installed ours. So and Paul Barber's equipment. So, but waiting for him to log in. A few more minutes, everybody. If you, I can answer a few questions while we're trying to figure out this new system they got.
Hey.
I sent you another invite, Patch, if you're still on here. Kind of caught Patch off guard tonight, I think. YouTube updated. Oh, good, Davis. Looking forward to some comments. Say, hey, Mike Ryan, see, Patch, we got these people have been really curious about these Bale skis, and I'm glad you kind of got in. You can make comments, but if we can get you uploaded with the video, then I can read you off the comments as I get them, which you can get the same ones. So the link should bring you up to do a live video, as long as you got good internet to handle it. Rachel will try to read the comments to them as they come in. What's that?
Rachel has children.
Does anybody else got any questions? Like I said, we're the 47. By the time we get all the parts done, we should have it ready to go. Okay, if you got questions, guys, Patch can at least read and respond.
His might not be up to date.
Yeah, his might not be up to date. He might have to update his YouTube, but we'll try for tomorrow night. Patch to do a live if he can figure it out. We'll practice tomorrow a little bit, see if we can't get him live on here so he can answer guys' questions. But guys, post up your questions. He's on here to read the comments as well. So talk a little about the Bale skis. Put those questions up. Anything about the Balers? I'm working on a New Holland 320, IH 425. Replaced a broken otter on that. We're doing all new bearings on the plunger on the new 320 New Holland, new rail in it. So I'm live in the Stone Age. Awesome. Well, nice to see you'll get logged in, Patch. Really nice, bud. Yeah. But
I need a little more room on the table.
Okay. But yeah, guys, a lot of guys had comments. There you go, Patch. Ballpark cost for a New Holland 570 for a set of Bale skis. And Patch, put up your phone number too so they know how to contact you. Even after the video's off and I upload it, it'll still have your phone number in it. Yeah, Davis, it's not as bad. It's rusted in a few spots, but I think we can we'll be able to get it gone. And it's just the rails were really warped bad. I mean, they had a lot of waves in them, and it's just regular steel, like cold rolled steel. So we got a place Monday we're gonna go to, get the steel cut out, then we'll start drilling the holes and get all the rails bolted back in. And I got 2 new bearings for the plunger. We're gonna resharpen the knives. I'm gonna patch a few spots in the bale chamber. I'm gonna leave the rest of the patching for him. I'm just gonna get this thing functioning, like get it tying it back in time, get the plunger running nice and square in there. We got a little welding to do on it to fix it up. It's got a few cracks in there. Adjust the bearing. So
answered the question.
Okay.
For the 570.
Yeah. Also put up your contact info as well, Patch, on the comments.
So Mike, he said it was $1,014 with shipping.
There you go, Patch. Main advantage bale skis. More uniform bale length, more uniform bales. Takes a lot of wear off the bale chamber, guys, which we're going to see if we get enough donations. We might try to put a set of bale skis in this IH-47 for this kid, because the bale chamber is rough and would definitely improve, definitely take away the wear that's what metals that's left in there. Somebody left the hay in there for quite a while. So, did you share the link to both groups?
I should have, yeah.
Okay. Let's put it on my front main page too.
I did 4 groups. For a 224T John Deere.
Yeah, Davis, I think he does.
Pat said they make it much easier for your baler to do its job as intended. The plunger is able to complete its stroke with less resistance. Yes, he has it for the 224.
I'm trying to send another link out here, guys.
Patch, put your number in for them to contact you.
I hit up another baler guy, guys. We can talk to him as well. Clyde Harms. I sent him a message. I didn't realize I could add people in like this.
Price on the 224 skis. Pretty rotten chamber. Wondering if it would be a band-aid to make it uniform.
Yeah, it'll help out a lot, Davis, with that. It'll definitely. I mean, you can patch up the chamber, but the bale skis will definitely take away any more additional wear, inside that chamber.
Difficulty of install.
Yeah, not difficult at all. We did a few sets.
For the lack of being able to log in, these are all kind of talks that I enjoy getting involved with. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You're very passionate about it.
Yeah, Patch. I mean, as I said, I tried the live link. I mean, YouTube just did this feature for me, unlocked it. I could add more people in on the chat.
He might have to go to his iTunes and update his YouTube.
Yeah.
I have videos that make the install piece of cake. Good question. Ross, don't the bale skis basically reduce the bounce back of the hay in the bale chamber?
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Hey guys, any other questions? Patches, answer them in the comments. I'll make sure he puts up his contact info for anybody that wants to order bale skis from him. They ship right to you, so they're not difficult to install at all. You better go change your boy. Well, either one, both of them. But anyways, the 425, we changed the knotter half out on that. By the way, guys, there's a serial number break on those. One's a smaller knotter shaft. The other one's bigger. and fortunately he bought a smaller one. We had to have it machined out to fit the bigger one.
Huh? Come here.
Trying to pull up the thing, guys. I'm trying to learn all the settings on here, so forgive me. I'll be here for in Nebraska if anybody's got Balers in Burwell, Nebraska, for probably till Wednesday night or Thursday before I get this all put together. And if you guys got any Baler work in the area, I will be heading to, I think, Upper Iowa, and then I got to go into Minnesota, Sleepy Eye, Minnesota. So, Andrew, you're a funny man, very funny. I'll remember that when you ask me for advice again. So, yeah. Yeah, guys, I'm just here to answer questions. I was really trying to hopefully get Patch on. We're gonna work on the video thing. I said I'm just learning how to do this. The better we get at it, this live thing, we're gonna start doing live repairs. That'll be down the road. Different model balers. I just got to get. If you guys like, share, and subscribe this channel, keep sharing it out there. The more viewers it get, more popular. I if it becomes abundant enough, and I hire somebody to record, like run the camera, then I'll do a lot more live videos. You guys can see the repairs as I do them. Well, this is as close. I don't know how far away I am. Burwell, Nebraska is from Idaho, but this is probably the closest you're going to get me to get out there. Aaron's been trying to get me to go to Utah, but he's still about 11-hour drive from here to him. So. Put your toys in it and stuff. Was there any other questions, guys, for Patch on the Baler skis? The prices are on here, so you can see them. Be sure to put your phone number on there, Patch, for contact info. So, yeah, see if he needs to click the link or how he wants to work it.
Oh, it kicked you off?
We're trying to get logged back in, guys. Trying to figure all this out. Anybody else got any questions? Oh wow. Yeah, it'd probably be cheaper for you to buy me a plane ticket than anything else. Yeah, that would be quite a hike. I mean, I'd love to come see your Balers, but guys, if you guys want me to travel further, we gotta get more people in groups and areas, and I just fix a bunch of Balers in that area, or I give a Baler class. I show you guys how to work on your own, how to adjust. I want to eventually, guys, I want to get to the point where I can just sell you the parts you need and walk you through how to repair it yourselves. It's an honor to go around and meet all you guys and have lunch with you and stuff, but I really need to stay at home base now. Paul Barber bought a New Holland dealership, kind of, put me in charge of the, hay tool department of it and taking care of things. And I kind of need to get back because we're talking, this is 1st of May here coming up, and I'm still probably 3 weeks out getting done. And that's as long as I don't hit a big snag with a bunch of Baler repairs. So, oh, hi, Roger. How are you doing, Roger? You definitely need to get your own account working there, sir. If you don't keep getting banned by YouTube, I think, for trying to be a Trump supporter. So, but yeah, Roger, we had a guy on. I think my last video was asking about the roto balers, Alice Chalmers. I don't know if he's logged on tonight or not, but guys, definitely share this video, share the link, like, share, and subscribe. hit the notification bell so you will get a notification every time I go live. Hopefully, like within a few weeks, I can start doing live videos, like repairs. Somebody holding the camera and me doing the repairs. Kind of hard with Rachel with the kids, but I'm gonna start doing live repairs so you guys can feel more confident when you're tackling this stuff. You know, um, don't worry, guys. I'm not like free from breaking stuff myself. I've broken enough stuff that I know what, when, and what not to do. I'll try to tell you, not to do certain adjustments. Um, been pretty good. Right, Con? Yeah, Ross. That's I probably should be doing Balers back home here in a couple weeks. I got to get the uni wrap hooked up. The Claws 455. Rachel runs that. I just keep everything running. So. Well, does anybody else got any other questions? I'm bring up your guys' chat again. Yeah, I am, Mike. I'm based out of Waverly, New York, but I'm going to be working for Binghamton, New Holland, which is Barber Tractor out of Vestal, New York. So that's where I'll be based out of for most of the repair work. I'll still do a few things at home, but mainly I am my good friend Paul Barber bought a New Holland dealership, and we're kind of partnered together and hopefully getting this hay tool thing figured out where when machinery goes out, guys, it's going to be right. None of this, well, you're contacting and it doesn't work right or you're having trouble with it. We're going to try to get everything when it goes out. It's kind of almost set up and just fine tune it when it gets to your farm. Eliminate a lot of this, where the dealers keep telling people, well, we'll get to you eventually. And it's not the way to do it. And we're also still going to have our rental balers. So, key thing there, guys, there's not any dealers that I know of in New York. You bring your baler in and they'll have a rental baler for you to use while we're fixing yours. So, we're definitely going to set the margin really high at Barber Tractor for that. So, okay. I saw some comments, guys. Forgive me. I got to keep hitting this thing. Let's see what we got here. Andrew, we're making new rails ourselves. It's just cold roll steel. We drilled the 3/8 hole for the 3/8 plow bolt, and then we just countersink the outside.
It's not going to work for patch. I can't even get my tablet to work with the link.
Okay.
We got to figure out the in-betweens.
We'll practice. So Patch can't get logged in, but hopefully you can get back on the comments.
You're on his TV.
Oh, am I? Okay.
He said you're a pretty boy.
Yeah, well. Hope you're not drinking Bud Light tonight there, Patch. Just put that out there. But anyways, yeah, the rails are nothing hard to make, guys. Even the John Deere 24Ts and stuff. You guys pull the old rail out, even if it could be warped. Just match up the holes with the same piece of steel. Re-drill the holes. I just drill the bolt hole size, and then we take a kind of a reamer taper bit, and I just make the bevel. And you can use those tapered Allen head bolts and pull that rail down, or you put plow bolts in it. If you buy, Amazon had them, and I'll have to find them again, and they were a square, like a wedge-shaped chisel, like a drift, and I'd drive it down the hole, and it would square the hole out so you could put a carriage bolt that would lock it in place. But with new bolts, they usually don't turn, especially if you're using an impact, hold them in and tighten them down. So you just want the head of that bolt down in that rail just a little bit so it's countersunk in. So, yeah, we're going to get all the rails made new. We're putting new bearings on the plunger, resharpening the knives. We're going to get everything on the baler is going to be good, guys. Just got a few more spots on the bale chamber. That's not totally my concern because it was baling at that point with what it had. Doesn't look pretty, but it was functioning. I just want to get it back to baling. Knotter's working flawlessly, and then he could do the rest of the bale chamber patches himself because that won't involve timing the baler or setting anything up like that. So, but has anybody else got any questions? I had some other questions there. I'm trying to look. Yeah, I kind of the plunger rails. Most of them are mild steel in the balers. So, oh boy, I'm trying to look at my chat here. It keeps dropping off. So.
You're hitting a train with your elbow or something.
Yeah, I wish I could get the chat to stay up, but it won't stay up. It keeps dropping off. Yeah, it is, Davis, for the rental baler idea. Yeah, when you're broke down, you need to get hay baled. I don't know if the charges are going up, but last year we were at $7 a bale for non-rotocut, $9 a bale for rotocut, and it was $25 a day. But if you paid when we picked the baler up, yeah, of course you have to pay a transport fee if we bring the baler to you and back out, because we come there, we set it up, we set the tractor up to the baler, we walk you through a little bit of it, and hey Aaron, how are you? And pretty much we'll waive the $25 a day fee. And we do have incidences that we will, guys that like to keep the baler at their place, there's a monthly charge to keep the baler at your place, and you just pay when you're done with it, how many bales you put on it, and so on and so forth. What?
Jack Daniel.
Oh yeah, Patch. Thank God it isn't Bud Light. That's just so you know. But anyways, guys, any other questions on the balers? The 18-year-old boy, I put a video. I just did a live. It's on my Facebook page. Hopefully, I can probably get it and roll it over to YouTube. So, what's that?
I got a message as a monitor.
Yes.
Ross.
So. Yeah, if you guys got any questions, Patch is on right now. Patch Hendricks, he sells bale skis. So if you guys got any bale ski questions, please ask him. He'll type in the comments. We're gonna work on the next few days getting him to be live on here. So
we need more heads up.
Yeah. No, we don't do that. That's not, you do things fly off the handle. That's the American way.
Fly off the seat of your pants.
Yes.
That's how you get in trouble.
No, it isn't. That's only with a hooker without a condom. So.
Oh my God.
So.
You're on freaking high.
So got my wife all stirred up already. So she's trying to be a smarty, and that has fixed that for me. So, but anyways, guys, if you have any questions about the baler, like I said, we're doing that one for the 14-year-old kid. We're rebuilding that one. So we got some donation in. If you want to donate, get a hold of Rachel, send her a text, 607-846-5959. So yeah, Patch, that's a question for you, buddy. The shipping on the bale skis, I don't know. Patch does the pricing and ships them right to you. So we'll see how many donations we get. Maybe we can get a set of bale skis for this kid for his international. 47. Like I said, I should have it baling. I'm thinking we get all the rails made. We get them by Tuesday, maybe Wednesday morning. Should be baling by Wednesday night. So. There he is, folks. He got it. Hi, Pat.
Hey, Sean. How you doing?
Looking good, brother.
Aaron says, do we have a donate?
No, I'm not looking good. I'm looking like the old fat guy that I am, but that's okay.
Oh, well, that's all right. You look like Hank from King of the Hill. See?
Hey, that works.
So, guys, you guys got your bale skis. You had a question. What's the shipping on the bale skis, Patch? Shipped to probably outside Youngstown, Ohio. Like
for a small set conventional baler, it's about $65. For one of the larger balers, like the 1840 or the 5070 Hayliner, it's $75. And then if you're looking to get a one for a large square baler, we're talking $100 plus.
Okay. Well, Ross asked that because I think he's looking at a set, and the other guys were asking too.
Aaron had a question you didn't answer.
Well, I didn't answer it. So there's a box in the corner, Patch. I have to keep hitting to get the chat up. I haven't figured that out yet. In the right corner, it's like a little comment box. You touch it, and it brings up the chat. And you can go back through all the questions.
Okay, I see.
Face.
Okay.
Hey, Patch, you got a comment? Face made for radio. Maybe you're the maybe you're the next Rush Limbaugh. Hey, you got a fan base already.
Oh, good Lord. All right, I do see the chats.
Yep. It'll go away, but you can bring them back up again. You can scroll through them and see what the questions were.
Face made for radio. I like that.
There you go. Guys, Patch is on. He can describe the bale skis to you better than I can. So he's done a lot of install.
The basic thing that the bale skis do is they stop the spring back effect of the hay as the plunger delivers a charge of hay into the bale chamber. All right, when the plunger recedes, goes back to get its next charge of hay, the hay that's in the bale chamber is trying to spring back into the plunger chamber, because back on the tail end of your bale chamber, you've got your tension rails squeezed down a bunch. Well, what the bale skis allow you to do is they stop that squeeze back effect, and it's a kind of double effect in that you don't have to squeeze down with the tension rail as much. So you're reducing the squeeze back effect, and the indentations or the millings on the inserts stop the hay from trying to push back into the plunger chamber. So the plunger is able to complete its job much easier. All the energy from the plunger is delivered into the bale chamber and stays in the bale chamber. So you get better compression of your hay, far more uniform density spread throughout the bale. And your metering wheel isn't going back and forth from all that hay that was trying to spring back. So by getting rid of that spring back effect, your metering wheel operates much more fluidly, much more steadily, and it's only advancing the direction it's supposed to go instead of going back and forth. That's the down and dirty on how the bale skis allow you to make a better bale.
I've seen it, guys. It does a great job. Really, it takes a lot of wear off the bale chamber. And Ross is, I don't know, less leaf loss. They're asking for a Patch.
Repeat that. I'm sorry.
Less leaf loss. That's in the comments. Ross just posted that.
A lot less leaf loss. What you end up doing is, because you're not pounding the hay as much, then you're not beating it. You're not breaking off the leaf. There's two terms that are used interchangeably: fracture and shatter. Okay, and what you're doing is, instead of beating the hay, which, if you grab a flake of hay and start shaking it, you can watch the leaf just dribble down on the ground. But with the bale skis, what they do is they allow you to do more of a squeeze effect instead of beating it. And this means you keep a lot more leaf in the bale, and that's where your RFE is. It's from the more leaf content you have, the better nutrient you have, so you get a much higher RFE.
Cool. Mike had a question there. Did you see in the comments, Patch?
I keep having to push them.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah,
it's have a kit in stock for a New Holland 570.
Yeah, do you have a kit in stock for a New Holland 570 for bale skis?
I can get it shipped out right away, first thing tomorrow morning. I just if they want to give me a shout, they can reach me on 301-399-2671. Just call me. I take your information over the phone. We got a guy, Tim Ness, who is our primary fabricator. And if I call him on Monday morning and let him know what we need, there's a good chance it'll be in shipping by Monday afternoon.
Guys, this is Patch's number. Rachel's going to put it in the comments.
Thank you for that.
So you're welcome, Patch. She puts up our business number too, because not everybody catches it when we say it. So You guys got any other questions for Patch? Because, like I said, it's kind of a great. He finally figured out how to get on here. I said this is a trial and error thing.
Yeah, my wife did it. James Abernathy is asking about a 24T skipping and missing. Sean, I'm going to let you answer that.
Okay, that's probably more than likely it's your hay dogs are weak, and there's another point. This could be Patch too, because bale skis do help with tying a lot.
Oh, yeah, they help a huge amount.
You're holding that hay back, guys, and that allows the needles to go up without having the hay spring back and rubbing against the needles when trying to bring the twine up. So, yeah, he's got sets for the older balers too, guys. The 224, the 24T. It could be as simple as your restrictor plates, James, are wore out. There's little cheese grater pieces on the side, the metal ones. If they're wore back, I mean, yeah, you'll need a new set of those. But I tell you, to put a set of bale skis in, it would help a lot. Or it could be as simple as the tucker fingers are getting a lot of slop in them. You probably should do an update on them. So
I've got a 24T, and with the bale skis in it, it's so much easier on it. I'm not getting ungodly pressures on the steel of the chamber, and the older your baler is, the more likely the steel is going to bend or warp. So if you put a set of bale skis in it, and you're not putting all that pressure on the bale chamber, it makes it much easier for your baler, an older baler, to do its job.
Yeah. Mike said thank you. He's got your number now. So
thanks, Mike. Give me a call anytime.
Yeah, give him a call anytime, guys. Yeah, Patch works like I do. He works weekends and during the week, so he's pretty much around anytime to answer questions.
There are no holidays or weekends in farming.
Exactly.
James, a lot of times when you're having tying problems, thinner twine doesn't help much. It's thicker twine. It takes up some of those gaps that are worn in the knotter, and especially the billhook jaw. So it shouldn't mistie at all, but it sounds like you got something wore enough where it's giving trouble. But I'd almost say it'd probably be the restrictor plates. The hay dog springs are weak. It's not holding the hay back. Like I said, if you throw a set of bale skis in there, probably you'd see a huge difference. So
could he have a misadjusted twine discs on it?
Could be, but not likely. I mean, it's a thin twine. It could be sliding out of the knotter. It depends on what end of the string the mistie is on. If it's on the string, the needle's bringing up. It's usually the tucker fingers are losing their adjustment. But if the string's falling out of the knotter, then yeah, it's the twine tension on the twine disc.
Sounds like bale skis will help you make heavier, denser bales without.
That's a comment for you, Patch, right there.
That is exactly true. And the nice thing about the bale skis is, I can sit here and be a snake oil salesman all day long. But the cool thing about bale skis is you have a year from the date that you purchase them to send them back to us. If you don't like them, if you think the Patch fed you a line of bull and they're not really working for you, no, you got a year.
They work.
They do work. I tell everybody when they buy a set of bale skis, take your box, break it down, put it somewhere safe so that for the next year you can find it and send it back if you want to. But what I did with my bale skis is about the fourth time I baled, the fourth day that I baled with them installed. When I got off the tractor at the end of the day, the first thing I did was I went and got that box and broke it down and put it in the recycle container because I knew I wasn't giving them up. But it is the nice thing about the bale skis. You get an absolute full money back guarantee. So what do you have to lose?
You don't. Nothing really.
How hard is it to change the twine knives on a 435 I8?
The 435 is a little razor blade insert, guys. You pretty much, if you have a stubby screwdriver, you can get it around the backside of the knotter, and you put the screwdriver, just loosen the screw up a little bit, and the little razor blade comes out. Be careful because the new ones are sharp. You buy them from IH, and you're not gonna like the price because I think they're $24 a piece. So, but you could also, more than likely, it could be your twine tension plate on the bottom. The spring's all plugged up with grease, not holding proper tension on the plate and hold the twine tight enough to cut it. So Just
the next comment. Mondays are great days when you farm. The dealership is open again.
yeah. Patch heard that one. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I work every day just about. I answer the phone when I can. Patch knows this.
We got 13 people now,
so yeah. You guys got any other questions? We got Patch on here. It's Baleskis, guys. You guys have been asking me the questions. Now we got him live, so you can ask him now. And like I said, he can give you the lowdown of any questions you got about him. And I think they make them for almost all the balers now. So.
Do you have any update parts for IH 435?
No, I don't. 435, guys. Remember, that's the all-twine otter. I have not tackled that yet. All the update kits I do are before the all-twine otter. So from the 57 all the way back to the 45, I cover those knotters. But and you can put the older knotters on the newer balers. But
also, how much?
A set of bale skis for an IH 435, Patch.
Okay, is that a regular size chamber, Sean? I don't know that particular
that's a
baler.
14 by 18.
Okay, the answer is $899 plus $65 shipping. So you're looking at $964.
And Rachel could put up his phone number again too as well. You can call Patch directly, guys, to order these, and they'll come right in the mail. And they're not hard to put in.
They're not. It shouldn't take you more than 2 hours unless you have too many six-packs in front of you.
Well, that can happen. As long as it's not Bud Light. So.
What makes them work? What's the science behind them? He was not here for when he.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you got to explain this, Patch. He wants to know what's the science behind the bale skis.
Basically, you have some millings in the inserts. The inserts extend down both sides of your baler all the way to the back. And those millings are recessed, but they act like they work like a cheese grater. They stop the hay from wanting to spring back into the plunger chamber. This allows your plunger to complete its stroke without encountering resistance, without breaking up hay and fracturing it or shattering it. And it also allows for your metering wheel to advance at a steady pace instead of going back and forth. So all those effects combined means that you get a more steadily measured bale. You get a bale that has more uniform density throughout it. Your tractor, your baler, are allowed to deliver all that energy that's coming from the PTO through the plunger into the bale chamber. That energy stays in there in the form of compressed hay. So you don't get that shock, that plunger shock through that transmits throughout the baler, up your PTO shaft, up your drawbar, all the way to your back. You don't get off the tractor at the end of the day feeling like Mike Tyson's been kidney punching you. So the science basically, it allows for a greater retention of the energy from the plunger in the bale chamber and not going somewhere else.
So we had a comment, that's not a bad price these days. And are there any videos on the install?
Yeah, they're asking for a video on the install, Patch.
Yeah, what I do is whenever anybody buys a set from me, I have videos for installing in John Deere, installing in Massey, and installing in New Holland balers. And I will send those videos. They're raw, they're unedited. They're PG rated for the most part. But they'll walk you right through the process, and it is not difficult. It helps if you have two people, but it's not necessary. It's not absolutely mandatory that you have two people. One guy can do it. He just needs to cut a couple of wood blocks to hold the bale skis in place while he's drilling and drilling in the bolts.
You had a comment. How long do they last, Patch? Bale number wise, roughly.
In a small square baler, I've only heard about one set failing from use, but I haven't been able to track that guy down. Otherwise, to the best of our knowledge, we have never had a set sent back to us that had failed just due from overuse. And again, that's in a small square baler. In the large square balers, they do wear down over time. Sometimes it's just the hardware wears down, and we have a new product for that. Let's talk about that on another day when we're talking to some big square baler operators. But no, the answer to the question is I do not have personal knowledge, firsthand knowledge of any set ever having actually worn out.
How many bales are on those balers, you think, Patch?
I've got one guy who comes up to me at the Keystone Farm Show every year up in York, Pennsylvania, and he gives me a running count on how many bales he's got through his baler. He's got I think it's a New Holland 570, if I remember right.
Yeah.
The first time he came up to me, it was 750,000 bales through it with the bale skis.
Yep.
And I asked him, hey, what color are your bale skis? Because I thought he might be, kind of just pulling my leg a little bit. He said they're green. So that tells me he put them in at least 20 years ago. And the last count was 850,000 bales, and they have not failed on them yet.
Wow. Yeah, guys, that's significant. Very significant.
First of all, someone commented, I think the R-rated version would be hilarious. 2 questions. Do I have to take the bale thrower off to install? And the ski sets must be made of poly liner.
You do not have to take the thrower off to install. If you have moisture sensors, you just have to pull the sensor pads out temporarily, and then you put them right back in using the same hardware, the same holes that you had. What was the second question?
They must be made of poly liner.
They're made of a ultra high molecular weight poly product. Yes, that is correct. It is. It's, if you want to call it plastic, yeah, sure, you can use that term, but that's a generic term that applies to a whole lot of materials.
My baler's 45 years old and rust on in the moisture sensor. Yeah, I mean, you can buy that sensor pad. It's not that expensive. I think I bought one. I think it was like $20. I think you can get them on Amazon or on eBay, either one. But I said they're not that hard to install, guys. Patches helped us do it. We had an actual class at our at the old dealership. By the way, Patch, we are now officially a New Holland dealer. I don't know if you know that. Barber Tractor.
Yeah, I knew that. Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah. Now you get to come up and set up a bale ski display up there, see?
Yeah, but can I bring my John Deere baler with me?
Yeah, yes you can. Yes, you can. You might get rocks thrown at you, but I'll stand there and take a few of the punishment rocks for you.
Okay.
So
That'll work.
Anyways, any other questions, guys, for Patch? Like I said, it's a rare opportunity we get him online. So.
Will last a long time.
Yes, Ross.
Yeah.
They're made of polymer.
Polymer.
Question mark.
They're made of polymer. They had a question mark. Ross does.
Yeah, it's a poly material. It's again, it's ultra high molecular weight. They're actually stronger and more resistant to abrasion than grade 3 steel. So they will make the inside of your chamber last a lot longer than it might otherwise.
The other thing too is, guys, you gotta remember alfalfa and clover are really hard on metal on the balers, very hard.
Yep.
Then the bale chamber, being that it's squeezing on it, and you got the lignin in the crop that's actually rubbing even harder. It's it's a no-brainer. It's going to save your bale chamber.
Yep.
We have them because he has a lot of horse farms, and my baler is getting to the point where it doesn't make as good of a bale as it once did.
Yep.
And Davis said, "That's okay, Patch. Deere is a better baler anyway."
Wow, shots have been fired. I don't know if I can go to that route now. So, yeah, guys, the bale skis on that 435 are definitely gonna square your bales back up, guys. It's probably what it's doing is bale chambers is getting wore out.
And exactly, and they do serve to extend or expand the lifespan of any bale chamber. It was not the purpose for which they were invented. They were originally created by a guy who was trying to reduce his leaf loss. He was trying to stop the springback effect. And it had a very positive effect in that regard. And he did it for a big square baler. Leland Driggs is his name. A good guy. He's still out there working 2,000 head of cattle and 700 sheep, and still running his big square baler. His neighbors saw what the Baleskis did for his big square baler, and they asked him to try making some set for their small square balers. And that's how the commercial end of the business got born. And they'll make your chamber last indefinitely because they take a lot of the pressure off in terms of abrasion and acidity, and they just make it easier for your baler to do its job without getting beat up.
Russ asked if they how well do they work with the bale throwers and kickers.
They actually help you out a lot in that regard, Ross, because you don't end up catapulting bombs that break up in midair. Your strings tend to be, they're already, while they're in the chamber, the bale is forming up and compressing at almost its field standing tension level. You're not having to use that tension rail as much. You're not squeezing down on it. So you don't get that explosive expansion on the strings as it comes out the back of the baler. So you're not popping strings, you're not slipping knots as much. So yeah, with the throwers, your bale is a lot more likely to complete the arc without going ballistic, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Is anybody else got any questions for Patch? This is he's answered questions about Baleskis. I saw a few more people logged in here late, so if you guys got questions, please ask while he's here. Yeah, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so we get notifications when I go live. Titan Blue Poly Twine was for the win. I'm all right with the twine, guys. I run 6,000 is the single rolls, 210 or 240, and a lot of people like running 170. I don't. The heavier twine works better in the older balers because it's thicker. So, yeah, but the Baleskis will help you with their tying issues, guys, a lot. So, and if you have a model baler that wasn't mentioned here, please ask. I'm pretty sure Patch has a price for those as well. Your mods don't give up. Cool.
I think the IH baler knotters were, in my opinion, and it's based on a lot of people I've talked to, and Sean is one of them. I think the IH knotters are probably superior knotters.
Yeah, I hate to say that. I mean, I'm a New Holland fan, John Deere fan, and the Massey and Heston knotter fan, which are all Rapsy knotter design. But the IH, the longer I've been dealing with them, guys, for me they're simpler to adjust and they just work better. And International, as far as I know, is the only ones on their brochure, and you can look on YouTube to the video. They actually promoted their knotter for baling wet hay, for putting up baleage with their balers. So, because the way the knotter's designed, wet hay doesn't drag on the string any harder, so the knotter still ties no matter what, if it's wet or dry. So.
Davis, ouch! Shots fired back.
Oh wow! Yeah, no, the John Deere comment got shot down, Ross. Wow. So we'll have to get Patch into an IH baler, so that green one doesn't clog him up too much over there.
Last IH baler I worked on, I tripped over it and ended up knocking myself out on a concrete floor.
Yes. I wasn't there to visualize that. That would have been a good live video. I think we would have hit 1 million views on that, Patch.
Yeah, it was painful.
Matt said you did an impressive partial cartwheel, I guess you would call it.
I basically flat faced on the concrete.
Oh wow!
How's your ribs?
How's your ribs, anyways, after that ordeal?
They're not broken anymore, but 3 of them were.
Oh boy, guys. Any other questions? I got another one here.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you're right, Ross. That's why I said the whole point of the international nodder doesn't weaken the twine at all. It's actually probably the most gentle on the twine that they can be, you know. It's kind of like the Massey 120, 124, the 224, 228. They all had the same basic knotters. Not much stress on the twine at all. Cloth knotters, but there's not that many of those balers over here. So,
to be fair, 3 of my deer balers I acquired had a broken frame when I got them.
yeah. So, guys, I mean, of all the balers out there, the Oliver guys, I've never sold a knotter part for, and all the Oliver dealers I talk to don't say they've ever sold a knotter for an Oliver baler. So,
but when we decide to scrap,
yeah,
then someone needs it.
Yeah, if it's Rachel says, if we decide to scrap all my Oliver knotters, probably somebody will need it, but I've had them for a long time, so. Yeah, Icon, you're totally right on that. There's fewer moving parts on the IH knotter. Just a bill hook and a twine disc. That's it.
YouTube that puts New Holland knotters on a deer.
Yeah, Davis. Yeah, that's. I mean, I've done that before. I went to a hedgerow and grabbed John Deere knotters off a 14T and put them on a New Holland baler to get the guy by. So. Yeah, this one out here. This one, no, we just stuck a New Holland knotter on this IH 425 out here. So. Yeah. Oliver, yeah, I'd say, guys, I've never sold parts for Oliver knotters. I mean, there's quite a few balers out there, and they break needles like every other baler, but for some reason, the bill hooks don't wear out, the pinions don't wear out, the twine discs don't wear out. I don't know why, but they really built that knotter well. But obviously, when Heston bought out Oliver, they didn't keep that hardness and high density steel that they were using in those knotter frames. So. Unfortunately, you'll have to buy an older Oliver if you want that heavy duty knotter. And I'm pretty sure Patch has got bale skis that'll fit them as well.
Yep. We make bale skis for every square baler that has ever been made that anybody has asked for them. And if there's a baler out there that we haven't made them for, it's only because nobody asked for them. All we need to do is get the dimensions on the bale chamber, and we can fabricate a set for them.
Someone has asked me a question that popped up and went down. I'm trying to that you could probably do it, but the only problem is the tucker finger shaft guys on the John Deere's runs off the cam. New Holland and Oliver don't do it like that. I actually had to braze a nut onto the back of the cam on the New Holland knotter to when I put it on a deer to make it actuate the tucker finger. So there's some pretty fancy cobbling you got to do to get that stuff to interchange.
Have you seen any 45s for sale yet?
No, I haven't. I'm not actively looking for a 45 international baler either. We're looking for a 57. If anybody out there knows where there is one, the IH 57 to complete our collection.
When was the 45 made?
Boy, I'd have to say, I'm going to say late 40s, early 50s.
That's what I thought. Yeah. That would be old.
Yeah, it's old. It's slow. I mean, everybody tries to push that baler, and the way the needle mechanism is, it works off a kind of a arm cam system, and if you run them fast, and it breaks the drive on the knotter and breaks the casting, and the needles are made onto the saddle, so there is no adjustment for them. They either go or they don't. If you bend them, you're in trouble because there's no adjustment to take out any bend if you hit them with the plunger. So, Icon's going to look up the date on the 45, so it'll give us an accurate date on when they were made. I'm pretty sure it's late 40s, early 50s on them. And then, like I said, then the 50T came out, and then we had the 55T, and then they went right into the 46. I know there's a lot of 46s out there. Good God, there's going to be a million of them around the country. I-46 baler. Oh, and Australia. Big shout out for Andrew because he's on here. So he's one of our Aussie friends, Patch. So good question. Andrew, I got to ask you this. Is there any bale skis over there in Australia? Be kind of interesting to hear that comment.
Oh, is that a question for me?
No. Yeah, maybe. You know if they sent bale skis over to Australia?
We actually have 2 dealers over there. One
okay, so they're over there then.
Yeah, one in Western Australia and one in Southeastern Australia.
Yeah, Andrew just answered. Said yes, they are over there. Cool. Well, I guess that answered my question. Do you have a set in any of your balers, Andrew? Be an interesting answer. So, how do you like the live feed, Patch?
It's something new to get used to. It's really difficult not to automatically grab a cigarette and light it up.
We're helping Patch quit smoking. Look at that.
Yeah, really.
You're getting healthier by the minute.
And my wife insists I can only drink Coke, not Jack and Coke, while I'm on the air.
Oh, that's fun. That's not fun. Oh, yeah. Like I said, it's just interesting. Have you sold any of the bale skis for the '77 New Hollands?
Yeah, for the old Super 77s. Is that?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And in fact, I sold the set for a Super 69 at which show was it? I think it was at the Keystone Farm Show this year.
Okay, Ross said the 45 baler was made from 54 to 57.
Okay, that sounds about right. I thought 40s might have been a little bit early.
And Andrew's thinking about the bale skis.
I don't need consistent bale length, but I like the idea of them.
Yeah, he said he doesn't need consistent bale length, but he likes the idea of them. Well, especially the balers you're running, Andrew, are old enough that the bale chamber is gonna wear out eventually with the age of them. So
this will expand. The bale skis will extend the lifespan of your chamber.
Yeah.
Indefinitely, basically.
Colin says, "Get the whiskey out, Patch."
Okay. Well, as soon as I get off.
That's all we needed, guys. Just needed permission, I guess. Anyways, any more questions for Patch or I on balers?
If anybody wants to reach out to me, Sean, one of the things, if they're on Facebook, as far as I know, I'm the only Patch Hendricks on Facebook.
Andrew's asking you some questions. Can you see the comments there, Patch?
I have to put my glasses back on. Bear with me.
Yeah. Will it help with banana bales?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get I don't know. Oh, these aren't my glasses. Those are my wife's glasses. Okay, now I can read it.
Awesome.
Yeah, bale shape, bale length, bale density, clear across the board. It will help with them phenomenally. Part of the problem with banana bales, it can come from two causes. One is an improper feed that is magnified by the fact that your tension rail is extending so deeply down into the bale chamber. So when the bale comes out, it's got more hay on the left side or the right side. And that will cause it to curl. The other issue is even if you've got uniform distribution of the hay from the feeder system, you've got an issue with the tension rail sticking down so deep into it, and that bottom rail does not stick up from below. So you're squeezing down on the top half of your bale, and that frequently, the more you're squeezing down on it, that very frequently will create a banana bale. With the bale skis, you don't have to use as much tension from your tension rail or even your side doors if you have side doors. So you don't get that banana bale shape. You get just much more uniform distribution of the density of the compression throughout the bale.
Okay, so
Rachel's got a few questions.
Colin says Patch Adams.
They called you Patch Adams.
Yeah, I actually met him.
Icon said I got 46 to 56 for my 45 baler. Memphis made 102,448 of them. There were 9,740 built in Hamilton, Ontario work.
Just some numbers on the productions of the 45. Also, guys, on the side tensions on the bale chamber, Patch will tell you don't have to cut the bale skis out for those. They'll squeeze right the bale skis liner.
Right. The bale skis will conform to your side doors as long as you don't stick them in 3 or 4 inches. The bale skis will flex with them. For the 5070 Hayliner that has the hydraulic tension doors, we do cut the top and bottom horizontal cuts, but we do not cut the back flat, because I tell people, try it without, try the bale skis without making that last cut, because you're not going to have to use those tension doors as much.
The point is, like, Patch is talking about the industrial line of the 5070, the 575, which has
Correct.
a longer bale chamber. They don't technically put kickers on those guys. Some of the Amish do, but they got that's completely hydraulic bale tension bale chamber. 2 side doors squeeze in along with the top, and and they squeeze on the bale, and that's what he's talking about now. How they're cutting those to make those fit, and like he says, you don't have to cut that back flat. Brent asked a question. Let's see here.
Made a statement.
Wedges. Somebody asked about wedges. Wedges are your enemy.
Brent said IH balers make bricks. I've never had a banana bale out of mine. And Icon said, are the skis also cut out of the extra chamber wedges in the IH baler?
Extra chamber wedges. I don't know. Did you read that comment, Patch?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
Wedges are your enemy. The wedges protrude into the chamber. That said, we typically will tell people, keep one set of wedges, and if you don't have any other way of securing your bale skis to the side of your bale chamber, then temporarily remove your wedges, slide the bale skis over the area where the wedges sit, drill a couple of pilot holes, and reinstall your wedges. That gives you a nice, secure way of keeping your bale skis in the chamber without worrying about them getting ripped out.
Yeah. I haven't seen a pair of these ripped out, but Patch says he's seen the big square balers rip them out, and you have to weld some special brackets if you're installing them in big square balers, guys, because of the density.
We've had a couple failures from things like one guy picked up a rake tine, another guy picked up a tedder tine. In fact, I did that. I picked up a tedder tine once, but I didn't have bale skis in at the time. That got all the way through the pickup, past the knife, and just scored the side of my chamber. We had a guy do that with bale skis, and it did tear them, because they're not totally impervious to abrasion.
No. You have another comment, Patch. It popped up. I just disappeared off mine.
So I have it. Andrew says I have one IH baler 440 that does banana bale if I go too fast. If I go slow, bricks. My 46 never seen a banana bale.
Well, it sounds like you got
that one. It sounds like a feed rate issue to me.
Yeah. The probably you got to raise your the holes in the 440. You got to go higher the faster you bale. You can't just leave it in the same hole. The bottom hole, guys, puts the hay, all the way on the heavy side of the baler, and as you move that up, it keeps dropping the forks out, so it puts the hay more towards the cut side of the bale. So if you're baling fast, you're going to have to move that arm up on those holes on the feed forks to pull the hay in. So, oh my gosh, my wife's holding my baby girl up, and she's digging into a rice bin. So it just threw it all over the floor. So that ended that little episode. We've done that too. Well, it could be the radius issue, like I said, Andrew. It could be. I don't go by international thing between from the pin pivot to where the pin goes through the feed forks. They tell you not to exceed 22 inches. I've adjusted all the way out to 24 inches to get the bales to square up nice. But Patch's bale skis, you're probably not going to need to do any of that because, like I said, that'll help square that hay up as it goes through the chamber. So might be a big cure-all just to install them. Same size windrows, both balers. Yeah, but the bale chamber is different in a 46 versus the 440. If you look, the hay wedges and restrictor plates in a 440 are a lot different. Andrew's asking you a question. You have bale skis for a 440, Patch?
Oh, yeah. Yep, and they're if I remember right, for the 440, they're the same price. They're $8.99 plus 65 shipping, so you're looking at $9.64. Andrew, thank you. You asked a lot of good questions, and I appreciate you
I'm
sitting
just
by
glad.
and listening. What was that, Rachel?
I'm glad your wife figured it out. This has been fun.
Yeah, she's a pretty smart cookie. She married poorly, but otherwise she's pretty smart.
Andrew's in Australia, so you're probably better off just going through the Australian dealers. I imagine they already stock them, don't they?
Yeah. Andrew, if you're on Facebook, reach out to me and I'll get you the names of the two dealers down there. I don't have them off the top of my head. It's not a problem for me to do that.
It might be Andrew. Just message me and I'll get you Patch's contact.
Yeah, Andrew, message Rachel 607-846-5959.
He's on my Facebook.
Or message her on Facebook. She'll get you the Patch's number to contact him.
Cool, that works.
You just had asked a question. They asked how much are the bale skis for a Massey Ferguson 224?
A Massey that's one of the old offset balers, right?
Yeah.
Massey's.
Yeah.
That's going to be the same thing. It's going to be $8.99 plus 65 shipping, and the $8.99 is totally refundable if for any reason they decide they don't like them. Right?
Yeah. Are the ski kits made for the center inline balers? Yes, they are.
Yes, I had them in my 1840. And I don't care what anybody, people tell me that the inline balers will eat anything and they're the best thing in the world. They are not. I loved my 1840, and Sean can tell you stories about what we went through with my 1840. But I will tell you this much. When I put the bale skis in my 1840, it was a night and day difference. I was doing some very heavy, over mature orchard grass. It felt like I was baling orchard trees,
Yeah.
It was just, I was getting my butt kicked. I had the bale skis. I had bought them like 3 or 4 months beforehand. And I finally said, okay, let me put them in because I'm desperate. I don't know what to do. After that, I did not shear another pin. I got that hay baled. I mean, it was thick, stemmy, stocky stuff. And that 1840 did not want to bale that hay, but once I put the bale skis in, it did it, and it didn't complain at all. So
you got to remember, guys, Patch didn't have a used baler. That was brand new.
It was brand new. That was the year I put it in service. I think at that point I might have had maybe 4,000 bales to it. And I put the bale skis in it and put through another 50,000 bales. I think I sheared one pin after that, after I put the bale skis in. And that was because I picked up a 2x4.
Yeah.
2x4 is going to shear you.
That'll do it. I mean, it's they're not made to eat wood, guys. So you know that. Or limbs, branches, or steel fence posts. Does anybody else got any other questions? While we got Patch on here today, it's been really good, guys. You guys gotten all the questions out. At least I'm not stuck here like, let me text Patch. So, yeah.
I'm hoping I'll be able to do this again.
Yeah, we'll plan it a little better. Yeah, a lot of people have been asking, Patch. They pop in and out. I mean, maybe we'll plan for if this works for you, we'll do it next Sunday as well in the afternoon. So.
Okay. If I can figure out how to do it again, I'd be more than happy.
Yeah, well, Therese is there to help you. That's the key part there. So.
Well, she is the brains of the outfit.
Okay. That helps. Rachel is here as well. Rattlesnakes, Baler, nice. Aaron, I guess so. Aaron, did you find that Oliver Baler you've been looking for? Patch is out there in Maryland. He probably seen a few more Olivers than probably I have in his area. taking you after today on Icon Nowheres. Yeah, I am going to be here in Burwell, Nebraska for probably till Wednesday night or Thursday morning. I'm gonna rebuild that IH-47 baler for that 14-year-old boy that got took on Big Iron. The chamber's gonna be his responsibility. I'm fixing the rails, fixing the plunger, redoing the knotters, so that'll all be ready to go. The bale chamber has nothing to do with timing or what I'm doing in the bale chamber to get everything set back up again, get it working. So
That was a sad story.
yeah, it is. The kid bought it and he's got discouraged, and then the grandfather that was trying to help him fix it passed away. So, and I just
So it was like a double whammy.
It's a double whammy. The kid wanted to give up on farming, and I came into town. It started over a joke over a Coke and Pepsi at a coffee shop over here, and our pastor teaches us that Pepsi's a sin. So, and that's between him and the youth pastor. They argue about what's better, Coke or Pepsi. So it's a big joke. So the lady in there asked me if I wanted a Pepsi, and I said I can't. It's a sin according to my church, and it got the whole place laughing. So, and then the guy asked me why I was in town. I said I'm from New York. I'm working on balers, and guys, just as simple as that. It worked out that he knew this kid that came to his congregation that was kind of depressed about farming, and it's weird because 300 miles before that, I bought parts off an old baler, some internationals. I don't usually buy parts when I'm traveling. I usually have what I need, or I just get parts as I need them for other balers. And I bought these just because something was telling me I wanted them. So, yeah, I got the parts. They're going to fit on his baler. Going to get him going again. And some people donated money. Thank you for the ones that donated.
Aaron we don't have a goal number. It's whatever you guys do.
Aaron, we don't have a goal number at all, guys. We're just any money that's left over, we're probably just gonna put it towards the steel to fix his bale chamber or whatever, guys. I donated everything I've gotten. My parts and stuff. We had to buy some steel, so that's going towards that. I did get a can of paint for the bale chamber, so look at that. So it's Rust-Oleum Farm International Red. So when I get done wire wheeling the inside of the chamber, you go to my Facebook channel. I'm going to upload the video probably to Hey Baler Nation. It shows me the bale chamber where we've gotten so far, guys. I'm trying to do updates, but it'll probably be Tuesday night before I get you another update because I think Monday's going to be all day just getting all the rails made for it. Move forward on it.
His name's Elijah.
His name's Elijah. So
he's right there helping.
And he's been here helping, guys. He came here Saturday. We got the old rails out, and I'm telling you, 50-mile-an-hour winds out here in Nebraska in the sand dunes. I got a lot of sand in my hair, my eyes. And yeah, I took a shower, guys, in the afternoon, and Rachel has to vacuum the shower out because all the sand I collected in between my hair, my beard, everything. I was just looking like a Sandman, I guess. So, but he was here. He's been working right beside me. I actually got to go to their church at their location up there last night, and the pastor kind of gave me praise. Guys, I love helping a kid out, especially somebody that's starting out in farming. So many people, Patch knows, I know, farming's discouraging. You get a lot of tests thrown at you,
Somebody wants you to do YouTube videos.
Yeah, guys, it's
because they don't have Facebook.
So okay, we'll do YouTube videos. If this gets better, guys, the channel's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We're gonna start doing live repairs as soon as Rachel doesn't have to hold on to kids, and I get her to hold the camera. So
quit making kids.
Yeah. So we're gonna actually we'll probably Patch. We got to go back to Kings Mountain, North Carolina. So maybe we'll swing in and visit with you on our way back home. We'll be down there in like 2.5 weeks. Yeah.
That'll work. I need to dial in my 24T again. So.
Well, I'm all set for that. I got lots of little pieces on here for that baler. So, what we can do is Patch could set up for we'll do a video at your place, Patch, and you can demonstrate the bale skis, and we'll record you for it. Do a live video.
That'll work. I can do an install video if you want.
Yeah, we can do that as well, guys. If you guys have any questions,
we still have that 1150.
Yeah, we still have the. Oh, by the way, Patch, you could.
The claws.
Yeah, the claws 1150 kit still sits in a box, my friend.
And I'm 40 pounds heavier than I was then.
That's okay. We have a cherry picker now, sir.
Okay.
It works for me, That's why I wear the suspenders, Keep my drawers up. am I heading through Wisconsin on the way back? Yeah, I'm going to be close to Wisconsin as far as I'm going to be in Oxford, Iowa. I got a part delivery, and we got Minnesota. We're going to Sleepy Eye, Minnesota. I'm going to be going on the other side. I think St. Paul, Minnesota, and I'm going to looking at a 14T, guys. Pray for the gentleman. He's not doing well. He's got Parkinson's. He's shaking really bad. He's got a 14T. I'm probably you'll see me with a camper pulling a 14T baler. And I don't know.
It's going to be a YouTube moment.
Yeah, it's going to be a YouTube moment. I'm going to probably tow it down somewhere. So I'm going to fix it, and I'm going to sell it, and I'm going to probably donate the money to the guy to help him out with his troubles.
You're a good man, Sean.
Yeah, so yeah, probably the baler will end up in Newland Equipment in outside Kirksville, Missouri, because that's where I'm going after, because I got to rebuild their 348 baler. And then when we go there, I got to go fix a claws baler outside St. Louis, Missouri, guys. And then I'll be heading I-70 across to Cincinnati. And then I got to take a deep dive back south again on I-75 through Kentucky, Tennessee to Kings Mountain, North Carolina. And then I'll be slowly making my way back north, and I should be able to catch Patch pretty easy.
That'll work.
What's that?
When we go see that yellow one?
Oh, guys, yeah, there's
Don't tell him, it's a surprise.
Yeah, surprise for you. There's a rare baler that's not supposed to exist. It's a 77, not supposed to exist. I'm going to do a video of it, and Rachel wanted a surprise, but I got to tell you the model number. It's a prototype. According to New Holland, when we ran the serial number, it isn't supposed to exist.
It was destroyed.
And it was supposed to have been destroyed. Somehow it survived the scrap metal place, and it sits at this person's place. And they sent me the serial number tag again, and I ran it again through a couple other dealers, and sure enough, that baler's not supposed to exist. It was when New Holland was making the 77s, they had 3 serial number breaks, so they made a baler, and they put the update on it, and they sent it out to the field, obviously, for farmers to test it. And what was done with it is supposed to have been scrapped. And guess what? This one survived. How it ended up in where it is now, you guys are going to see a video of it. We're bringing it back to Binghamton, New York. Paul Barber's going to haul it back for us. We're going to fully restore it, and it's going to stay the same color it was when it came out of the factory, and it's not New Holland colors. So yeah, it's I didn't believe it. I heard rumors about them for years that there was a couple of those prototype balers, and they got scrapped. And the guy did me a favor. He took a screwdriver, pried the model tag back, and the paint was the same color as the baler was. So, and then when I ran the serial number, verified it. Yeah, to find something that rare, and I'm going to put it back in the field working. So, and we're probably going to use it as a display for New Holland Binghamton in Binghamton, New York. Put it inside the showroom. So,
hey, John, I'm going to sign off if that's okay by you.
Yep. Yeah, you can sign off, Patch. Hey, catch you next Sunday. We'll get you on again, bud.
Thank you very much. And I didn't realize that when you're doing live YouTube, it can really go very long.
Yes, it can. It's the fun of it, Patch. It's like you getting live questions. You know, it's no different than the farm shows. You know how you get chatting, and the next thing you know, you started at 9 o'clock, and the guy's still there, and it's 1 o'clock, and you didn't realize it.
And I've heard his voice after those shows.
Yeah, we've heard your voice after the shows, Patch. You know.
There's nothing left.
Nothing left. Yeah, because Patch has to start the same routine over and over again, guys, and it gets long.
It's exactly like doing a farm show, only, at the farm shows, every now and then, if I got a break to go to the men's room, I can.
Yeah, that's forgive you guys. When I got up, I had to pee, so that's just I had to bolt. So Patch was doing good. I kind of nice to have someone here to cover me when I was doing that. So
hey, and let me before I go, let me say thank you to you very much. Thank you, Rachel, very much.
Yep.
And if anybody has any questions, they can reach out to me on Messenger or in Facebook. It's Patch Hendricks. I think I'm the only one on Facebook. I'm the only one I've found. And I'll answer any questions they got. But you guys be safe out there and continue what you're doing, Sean. You're a good man.
Yeah, I will, Patch. Hey, I'll see you next Sunday. We'll do another login. I'll let you know a time so you're more coordinated. Teresa could be there to help you out to log in again.
Yeah, really. Thank you, my friend.
All right. Have a wonderful night, Patch.
Peace and cheers to all.
Yeah, thank you. All right, guys. We're gonna close out the video tonight. So, if you got any other questions, direct them at us. Patch's number's in the comments. You can get a hold of him.
Patch,
for
you're
the.
still moving.
So he's fine.
Okay.
So yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, Patch. Thanks for all the info. They're commenting still. So, you guys have a great night. I'm gonna end this. God bless you all. See you guys later.
If you want to go outside, honey, you can. But I want you to have pants on, okay?
Okay.
Mary was digging that box like a dog.